Hey, the Racer's back with another video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And as always, your support is greatly appreciated. All right, family. Looks like Caitlin is going to be out for a while, and we have to talk about it. All right. Now, the Fever coach and the Fever organization says that Caitlin Clark and her team are seeking second and third opinions on her right groin injury. Right? And she's day to day. Man, like I already told you, groin injuries, they're not day to day, right? It takes weeks to months to heal from that. And if Caitlin and her team are seeking second and third opinions on her groin injury, then that means that they feel that the organization mismanaged her previous injuries. And to be honest, it looks like they did, right? Look, she's had multiple injuries this year: quad strain, left groin strain, right groin strain, right? And we're just halfway through the season, and she haven't been able to stay healthy. She's missed 10 games already. And of course, this is in part, and this is in part due to the FIFA organization, right? They got to own it. Caitlin, she's going to miss tonight's game against the New York Liberty. Didn't take a genius to figure that out. We all saw the injury. We saw the limp. We saw the tears. It's an injury that can take weeks to months to recover from, right? You can't play with it. You got to rest it. You got to ice it. You got to compress it. You got to elevate it, right? And if you don't rest it, you run the risk of the groin injury getting worse. And not only that, if it comes off the bone, you're looking at surgery and missing months. This is an injury that if you don't treat it right, I mean, it could mess up her career, right? It could be something that's lingering. So it is extremely important that this injury is treated and treated with the utmost respect, right? Don't it's not a injury that you can manage. It's an injury that you have to rest, you have to ice, you have to compress, and you have to elevate it until it gets better. Playing on it, while it's not 100%, only risk injuring it further, right? And if the FIFA organization told Kaylee anything different, right? They don't have her best interest at heart, plain and simple. And based on what I've seen, they don't. I saw the videos of Kaylin out there practicing, doing press conferences, doing signing autographs, doing this, doing that, coming to the games, jumping up and down, all kind of stuff like that. When she should have been home relaxing. I mean, Stephanie White and the FIFA organization should have told her, you need to stay home. We're going to send trainers by every day, one or two trainers by every day, and we're going to try to get you right. Right? When she got hurt in June, they should have waited until after the All-Star break to bring her back. Right? I'm quite sure that the Fever could have held it down. Hell, they were saying that, when she came back, oh, well, it's kind of hard to reintegrate players, and, it's a different team when she's on the court, and, we have to do things differently, and, it's a learning process. I ain't never heard no crap like that in my whole life. I never heard a team say that when they got their star player back, that they got to reintegrate the star player, right? We got to figure out how to do that. We were playing at such a level without her that when she came back, it totally threw us off. I ain't never, what? I ain't never hear that. I never heard that in my whole life. Only in the WNBA. Only in the WNBA. This doesn't happen in men's sports. Anytime a team gets their star player back, the team is better and the team is happy to get him back, and they are excited. I mean, can you imagine after Tom Brady had his injury and they made it to the playoffs without Tom Brady, and Tom Brady came back the next year, and Coach Bill Belichick said, "Well, we having a hard time, trying to reintegrate Tom Brady." Well, that don't even make sense. Or LeBron James when he had his injury. Yeah, I never heard when he had his groin injury. And he missed like 2 or 3 weeks, right? He had a groin injury like 2 or 3 times. I've never heard any coach, and he had what, 2 coaches, right? Not one of them said, "Well, we just gonna have to reintegrate LeBron James. I mean, we were playing without him, we were doing really good, and we're a different team without LeBron James. And when LeBron James come back, him coming back, well, that kind of throws us off a little bit, and we have to relearn how to play together." Only in the W. Only in the W. And I just don't get it, right? The FIFA organization had it all. They got the eyeballs, they got the revenue, they got the loyal fan base, and most of all, and most importantly, they had Caitlin's faith. She believed in what the organization was doing. She was 100% in. Now her and her team feel like they got to get second and third opinions. You know why? Because they are beginning to lose faith in this organization. Beaver, you got to read the tea leaves. You got to read it, right? So, in the way I look at it, there's no way that Caitlyn should have been at All-Star activities last weekend. She shouldn't have been at the stud butt party. She shouldn't have been at the skills and the 3-point contest, serving water, signing autographs. I know that that's something that, she felt that she needed to do for the city of Indiana. So many people paid their money to come see her. But she's injured, right? And it's not a chill injury. It's not an injury that you can chill with. It's an injury that, you got to relax. You can't be too active with that. You can't, not with a groin injury. And see, the thing is that Caitlin is 23 years old. Her mind is not fully developed, so she's not going to always make the right decisions. So it's up to the organization. It's up to the training staff. It's up to fever management. It's up to Stephanie White to sit this young lady down and let her know, say, "Sweetheart, we know you want to be there for the city. We know you want to be there for the women of the W. We know you want to be there for the organization, and we understand that. But right now, you have to be a little selfish. And selfish meaning that you have to look out for you right now in order to get 100%. Right? We need you back. Um, do what you got to do as far as your second and third opinions, whatever the case may be. Take your time getting back. We're going to hold it down until you get back. And when you get back, we're going to be ready to rumble, right? But we're going to hold it down for you. Did they have that kind of conversation with her? I don't know. But that's the conversation that they should have had. Doesn't look like they had that conversation. They definitely didn't have that conversation about her staying her ass home and chilling. She should have been home, you know, watching the All-Star activities from the crib, right? She could have watched the Stud Buzz from the house or streaming from the house, watching all the All-Star activities. She could have did all that, and then binged on some Temptation Island or Love Island or whatever these young ladies be watching. She could have been doing that, eating ice cream, right? Had a trainer there with her. That's what I would. If I was the FIBA organization, she wouldn't have been there. You know what I mean? And I'd have told them that if you see Kaylin Clark, you tell me. Kelly Crosskov, Amber Cox, Stephanie White, y'all tell me if she come to the door. If anything, I'd have been standing at the door looking for her. I said, "Nah, Kaylin, baby, you gotta be home. Come on, let me drive you home, sweetheart. Let me drive you home. You can't be here. You can't be. I say we need to make sure 100%. Let's go home, sweetie. I know you want to be. Oh, but I want to be. I said, because she's 23. She don't know no better. Couldn't nobody in the organization convince her to get buy-in on that. She had buy-in on everything else. Y'all couldn't get her to buy in on staying her ass home. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. So, hey, boy, look at here. The FIFA organization, man, they messing this thing up. And you know what? I get it. I get it, right? You want her back as quickly as possible, even if she's just a little injured. Just a little bit. Because Caitlyn at 75%, hell, Caitlyn at 50% is still better than most of the women in the league. She's still a top 40 player at 50%. When she on the court, she gets so much. When she's on the court, she's going to get so much attention that automatically makes things easier for everybody else on the court. Automatically. So, if she on the court, you tell her to go stand in the corner. All you got to do is just do a fake. Everybody gonna run over there to the corner, and you got a wide open layup, or do a fake and then throw it to the other side. They're gonna be wide open. Right? Because wherever Caitlyn go, that's where the team go. Wherever if they see that ball going to Caitlyn, or they think the ball going to Caitlyn, I mean, look here, man, it throws the whole defense off. So I can understand why. I can understand why having her on the court at 50% is better than what they got right now. It's better than Ari McDonald. It's better than Sydney Colson. Now, is she better than them at 50%? I think so. But a 50% Caitlin Clark on the court is better than having 100% Eric McDonald and 100% Sydney Colson on the court. As far as the team, even if she's a defensive liability, because guess what? You're still gonna be able to drop 100 points with an injured Caitlin, at 50%. So anyway, to me, I think the organization should have erred on the side of caution, right? She's the cash cow. She's the reason why Indiana Fever are relevant. It's Caitlin Clark. She's the reason why you're relevant. Kelly, Amber, Stephanie, y'all are not relevant. The Fever are not relevant because of you three, right? They're not. You all are not relevant because of y'all got Natasha Howard or Sophie Cunningham or y'all got Dwana Bonner. Y'all wasn't relevant because of that. Y'all relevant or because you re-signed Kelsey Mitchell. You are relevant because of one person. That's Caitlin Clark. And the bottom line is, if the Fever had decided to run it back with Chrissy Sides, Lynn Dunn, Erica Wheeler, and Christy Wallace, guess what? The Fever would still be the most popular team in the WNBA. They would still lead the league in jersey sales. They would still lead the league in revenue. They would. It had nothing to do with y'all. Nothing. Has everything to do with Caitlin. 100%. Check it out. The WNBA decided that Indiana should host the All-Star game last August. That was before the Indiana Fever made all the changes, right? That was before they demoted Lynn Dunn. That was before they fired Christy Sides. That was before they hired Stephanie White. That was before they traded for Sophie Cunningham. That was before they got Natasha Howard and Dwana Bonner in free agency. It was. It was. So it had nothing to do with what's going on with the fever. Has nothing to do with y'all. If anything, y'all messing it up, and she losing confidence in y'all. And if y'all don't see that, I don't know what to say. Delusional, delusional. Yeah, I said, read the room. That's what they say. Read the room. You know what I mean? You gotta listen to Caitlin. I said, you gotta listen to her verbals and you gotta listen to her nonverbal. She's a great communicator. To be a young lady, she's a very good communicator. She lets you know what she's thinking. She says what she's thinking in interviews. She's pretty much forthright, right? But she also communicates non-verbally too. You saw what she was doing during the All-Star break, schmoozing with the New York Liberty, schmoozing with the coaches, schmoozing with the mascots, schmoozing. You saw it. You saw it. You did. I said, y'all can sit up there and play crazy if y'all want to and think it's all about y'all and that y'all the geniuses and y'all geniuses. But it don't take a genius to have Caitlin Clark and realize that she's the engine of the team and to realize that everything that's happening with the fever right now is because of her. It don't take no genius to figure that out. Goodness gracious. All you have to do is look at where y'all was the year before last year and see where you are this year, right? Still a popular team. You know what I mean? Even when she hurt, y'all still get 1 million views because of her. It's because of her. And trust me, if Caitlyn leaves the fever, a lot of her fandom is going to go with it. You know what I mean? I love the fever, but I'm telling you right now, if she's out, I'm out. I'm going where she go. You know, for the most part. You know what I mean? Or I might find myself liking another team. I might start liking the Washington Wizards or something like that. I like Irifan and Sonya Citron. I like them. You know, I like some of the other players from the other teams. You know what I mean? I might slide over there. I'm not, I'm not no. I mean, I like Aaliyah Boston, but I like some other players more than I like Aaliyah. You know what I mean? I mean, but that's aside. But that is besides the point. This team better wake up and understand that you got Caitlin right today, but that don't mean you're gonna have her tomorrow, right? And she's already looking out for self. She's looking out for self. She's looking for second and third opinions. She's looking out for self. She said, the hell with what the FIFA organization telling me. The hell with what the training staff saying. I don't trust what they saying. I trust what they said, and I can't stay. I can't stay on the court. I need some other. I need some other opinions. Anyway, I said what I said, and I stand on it. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel to help my channel grow. One love.